right. Good morning, team. Wait for everybody to kick into gear. Hopefully, oh yeah, boom, working. Let's go. Right, let's reframe. All right, here we are. Bang. Okay, right, team. How are we? Hope we're all good. Uh, just let me get my supplies. Looks pretty good. Fingers crossed. We don't have any outages. Something goes wrong, one thing or another. But we should be good. We should be good. Let me just check I think we're okay. Yeah, should be fine. Looks good. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I might just shuffle it back just a fraction, just an absolute tad, just because I think we might get into trouble with not getting the finish, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Okay, right. Today, team, here we go. Everyone's in the chat. It's good. I thought we would do some low rate power stroke work. Okay. Yeah, power strokes, but I guess the reason, the theory, the madness, whatever we want to call it, is to work on this front end of our stroke. Okay. To work on the take up, the pickup, the compression into the front, the feeling of what's happening when we start to drive the machine. Okay. When we add that drag, okay, when we add that resistance to the machine, pretty sure everyone feels it. Okay. And you get that understanding of the flywheel slowing down, and then I guess the stability, the strength needed around that front more than normal. Okay. Because normally we can let that flywheel spin along, we can pick it up, beautiful, carry on, let's go. Okay. But when you have that drag setting up, all the air's escaping, the flywheel slowing down, which requires more force, more power, I guess, to be able to make it move. Okay. Now, because of that, and I think most people identify it when they're doing those power strokes, is the fact that they feel like it's stronger, especially when you get up in rate. You're probably in that mid-rating stuff. You'll find that you potentially could be quicker than you normally are when you're on a normal drag, but it's unsustainable for certain periods. Okay, hence why you have to find a nice drag setting, etc. So what this is going to do today is that as we're coming into the front, we're going to be really focused on how we're getting to the front. Okay, so our relaxation around the finish, supple knees, nothing locked out, which is going to create that sort of jerkiness on the way forward. We're just going to create this compression into the front. Okay, naturally getting to a nice position without being super rigid. We want to be in a nice, strong position, and we can get ourselves to here, and then we're going to really feel this take up that's happening around the front. Okay, this period of time where we come into here, there's that very minute moment of patience, of I shouldn't say pausing because I don't like that word, of the turnaround, right, into there and into here. So we can feel this seat, okay, naturally coming underneath us into this elastic length that I talk about, okay, where we're here, we're in a good position, nice and stable, okay, around here. And because we're going to have that resistance, this part of the stroke here, this very initial part here is going to feel heavier than normal, okay? We're not going to have that coming in and that acceleration to come out, okay? It's going to feel heavier, right? So what does that mean for us? It means that we need to be composed, okay? We need to hold that core, okay? We need to feel that changeover. And what it's going to do is we're going to have to engage ourselves a little bit more so that as we come around the front and we get that pickup, we have to be engaged and just that more stability in our body, okay? So we don't like feel like we've got to make it move. We don't have to feel like I've got to make it feel strong. And yes, because it is heavy, we want to use our stability to control ourselves, okay? We don't want to be like, oh, it's going to be heavy, you know, and get tense and stuff around the front. We want to try as well as we can to just keep it moving, okay? And that's why the rating's not high, okay? We're not looking for more power and speed and stuff like that. This is really just to focus on our stability, okay? And that roll around the front, the patience that we need, that nice, easy setup to come into the front, and then just how we're creating that speed out, okay? And I've got tons of analogies, all right? Squeezing lemons on the feet. We're not just spazzing them and smashing them. You know, that spinning top, you pull the string out, you've got to accelerate it out. You can't just rip it out of the front, okay, which is exactly like this. So we're really going to work on what we're doing to, A, get into this position here, okay? The roll, the patience, just let that seat come underneath us to here, elastic length. We'll use that natural compression, and then we're going to feel the engagement and then what we do out, okay? And that's why we're low. We're only doing one change, okay? So we'll start on our normal drag. We go through that first part, just literally working on all these bits and pieces, all the parts of the stroke, okay? And then we're just going to jump up 2 numbers, okay? 30 drag, roughly 2 numbers, okay? And then we just hold it there for those 2 pieces, okay? 2 8-minute pieces. You know, same again, 20 and 22, and then we do 20 and 24. So we just, that there, it'll just, you know, we've got to feel ourselves a little bit because it will feel slightly heavy because of the difference between that and that, especially with this. And then we just go through that, and then we just go back to normal, okay? And we feel what we did. We have to think about that engagement, but it was just going to happen a bit quicker, okay? So it's really just the drag setting that we're using for today is just for the feeling around the front, okay? And that's why that drag is a very good use, a good tool in terms of stuff like this, okay? Every now and again, you know, the power strokes are great for building power and building strength and stuff like that on the machine. But sometimes just having a check and being like, you know what, I need to actually do this and just find out what's actually happening around the front. Engage the muscles, teach the muscles, put something in your muscle memory, okay, which helps get that understanding, helps get a feeling, okay, because at the end of the day, we all have different feelings as we go through our strokes, right? Hands up, I'm sure we all do, right? Different parts, different points where we're like, yeah, this is where I feel nice. This is where I feel I'm comfortable. This is how I feel at the front, okay? And so it's just working on those to make them more efficient, okay? That's all we're trying to do, just a little bit more efficiency here and there, but getting ourselves into those nice positions so that we can look for that improvement and we can look for that speed, okay? So that's us for today. So as we're doing it, standard operating procedure, SOP, I will be talking us through it, doing things, just identifying parts of the stroke that, you know, we need to work on, get that feeling, get an understanding, talk about it. Boom, and we'll have finished the workout and we'll be all happy. Okay? Piece of cake. Okay, beautiful. Okay, enough chit-chat. Enough chit-chat from Eric. Chat looks good. Let's rock and roll, okay? We just need a couple of minutes of warm-up, get ourselves loose as always, and then we'll hit it, okay? So, as always, just find your own way of warming up to get ourselves comfortable, nice, easy rhythm, okay? Nice and loose and supple, okay? I always like to say if we start out supple, we start out just creating that length naturally with this compression. We're going to get ourselves into a nice, comfortable, but strong position after a minute or so, which is going to set us up ready for the workout, okay? Nice and flat with the chain. Feel it in the fingers, in the hands, especially on this recovery. And just over time, let that seat, okay, think about it. Just let the seat come underneath us, okay? We create that length around the finish by the handles getting led away by the chain, and they continue getting drawn back to the front, which then just allows us to get our body rocking, okay? Letting that seat curl up underneath, okay? Feeling nice and relaxed, controlled, okay? And now we can start, now that we're feeling a little bit more loose, we can start to feel the pressure that we're applying, okay? But as we're applying it, let's feel it, okay? Let's feel the application, the hands, the feet, and the seat, okay? There's a triangle, there's a synergy between these 3 points, the connecting points of our body and our technique on the machine, okay? If we feel a disjoint between the hands and the seat in terms of the handle moving quicker or the seat moving quicker, want to try and bring it a little bit closer together, okay? Those two move in a pretty good synergy through the drive, okay? And if we can feel that natural flex in the ankles, the Achilles, the calf muscles through there, then we should be able to feel a nice flat press with both feet, okay? Both feet. And we should feel that pressure about 3/4 of the way through the drive, okay? It's not all the way, because once the body has got that acceleration through here, your feet are going to come up because the legs now are no longer have the pressure to hold the toes, you know. And you'll hear people say, like, point the toes. No way, right? Once we've got this body power coming through here, through the middle, you've got to feel like it's holding against the strap, because now the body's created that momentum to really get that swing going, okay? So a couple more here. Take our time around the front. Feel the pickup. Boom. Okay, nice. Okay, so as we go through this, we'll use this first set, really just work on things, okay? Time around the front, the change in direction. Let's really work on it, because that is the key, okay? We get that timing around the front. It's the hardest part of the stroke to get right, because once your numbers on screen are dictated by your power, everything, right? Age, sex, fitness, whatever. But your ability to maintain it is dictated by this, okay? What we're doing through here, which then reflects, you know, what we do here, because you can be pretty good around the front, you know, with a pickup, but then lose it by being disjointed or something in the stroke. But if we never get the right pickup here and it's too tense, or we just sort of slip it a little bit, we just can't find potential, okay? And that's all we're trying to find, is your potential, okay? Your current potential with your fitness and your current technique. And that's why we keep working on it. We want that smoothness around the catch, pick up that flywheel, and that's what we'll work on, especially once we start to get through all of this, okay? Beautiful. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Okay, Right. Same as always, select workout, new workout, intervals time. Whip that set time up to 8 minutes. And that rest time to 1. Leave it flashing. Have a look at your drag, right? We're just going to go up 2 numbers. So I'm on 5, bottom of 5, going to go up to the bottom of 7. Okay, whatever. That's us. That should be about this. And it's quite a decent change, okay? We will notice it. We'll be fine, okay? So let's press that checkbox. Here we go. Rock and roll. Okay, here we go. Okay, so just 4 minutes at 20, 4 minutes at 22. Nice rhythm. Let's get it started. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Attention. Go. Just remember, just getting the machine moving first and foremost. Once we're on rhythm, create it naturally. Okay? Nice extension with the body, the arms, getting this body forward, off the back, and setting into the front so that we're at that good position when the seat finally catches up underneath us. Okay? Feel that body compression being what stops us at the front. Okay, there, it's because my body can't go any further. Okay, think about that. Don't have to reach for more. Nice position. Control with the body there. Okay, I've got my core engaged. Feeling those 3 points. The hands, the feet, the seat. Nice rhythm. Okay, good. Armpits. Try and feel that pressure with the hang in the arms. Nice. Okay, and we're just going back and forward. Okay, we're on this 20 rate. Feeling the movement, feeling the patience around this pickup. Roll in, push away. Press both feet. Really good. Okay, nice rhythm. Okay, feel this motion. Have a look. Have a look at what's happening around the front. Feel the body there. And then feel that take up. Feel the, takes a little bit of time to get back onto the gear. Make sure it's smooth application. Okay, we don't need to be bang. We don't need to hit. Okay, we want that application to be smooth right through the drive. Okay, smooth application. One motion. Okay, really nice. Be patient. Okay, so as we go up to 22, let's move a little bit quicker, a little bit more acceleration. Here we go. Now, So we just have to travel forward a little bit faster. Leg speed on the drive a little bit quicker. Okay? We haven't had to think about powering it anymore. It's just the quickness of movement. Okay? And we're picking that flywheel up a little bit easier. Okay, nice. Hang. Good rhythm. Really good. High speed again. Feel the pack up. Nice. And listen to it. Feel it. Okay? Feel the seat as it comes in. Okay? You can take a look. Okay? Does it feel like we're coming in at one speed? Or does it feel a little bit quick or quick here and then slowing? Okay? One speed. Roll with it. Handles. Drawn with the machine. Nice. Okay? And press. Move away. Really good. Nice movement. Okay? Really lock this in. Feel the rhythm. Feel the glide. And press. The body's natural braking system. Okay, really good. Last minute. Holding this. It's giving us a good feeling. Good base. We're ready for the next sets. Okay. Focus this front turn now. Okay. Feel how you're feeling the front. Okay. Where are the checkpoints you've got? Your tensions, are they under the armpits? Or does it feel a little bit shouldery? Okay. We get that nice hang. It's going to set us up when we put this resistance up. Okay, last few. Beautiful. Okay, real simple. Okay, so take a moment. So really good, okay? Take the feelings out of that. And once we chuck up this resistance, we want to try and search for those similar movements, similar checks in terms of this recovery, okay? Because this recovery should be basically the same, okay? But it's what we're doing through here and around the front, which is going to be different, okay? Boom. So chuck your drag up. Here we go. Oof, heavy. This one. Now, Okay, straight away. Engage the hang. Engage the body around the front here. Okay? Don't overwork it. Look for the feeling rather than focusing on our numbers. Yes, we want consistency and we want to know the effect that we're doing on the machine, but we're more focused on how we're doing it because that is what's going to make it sustainable. Once we take it down, we're going to lock this feeling into the body. Okay, nice. So, feel this rhythm into the front again. One speed. There. Okay, press. Leave the arms out long. Both feet as we squeeze the lemon. Okay, nice motion. Okay, the legs will feel slower on that drive because there's more weight on this flywheel because of the air resistance. Okay, armpit hang, natural compression. Roll ourselves in and take up out of the front. Okay, check our grip. Don't want to be choking the handle. We want to feel control in our hands. Okay, nice. Smooth. Okay, as we're doing this drive, still want to feel like it's one motion, not more solid at the front or trying to give it some at the back. One push. Okay, push and swing. Push that body back. The legs are initiating. Body is hinging through the hips and the core as we continue to press on the feet, as we drive the legs. Okay, nice. Relax the face. Good patience. Really good. Okay, keep this moving. Continuous motion. Excellent. Right, up two. Move quicker. Now, so we travel forward a little bit faster. Add a little bit more on the legs. Okay. Think of the whole stroke. Try to accelerate everything. Don't just think about working harder. Okay, we're naturally going to work harder, but it's how we're working harder. Okay. Good. Be supple and relaxed into the front. Elastic. Good position with our bodies. stable. Nice. Really good. Okay, this is excellent. This is really good. Keep it moving, keep the feeling. Both feet. Breathe. Okay? Hands. Armpits. Down on the lats. Nice. Okay, this is good. Keep working on this turnaround. The nice position at the front and the take up. Engagement. Okay, stroke after stroke. Have a look, have a feel. Nice. Okay, nice flat chain through to that sternum. Hands come to us with the swing. Nice push. Okay, last minute. Really good. I feel it. And press again. Seat. Neutral body. Compression. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Finish this well. Both feet hang. Take up. Through the middle. Nice. Lovely. Okay. So see what I was talking about with, you're probably going to get better numbers. Osborne numbers. But it is harder. Okay. This is the whole, what drag factor should I be using debate. Okay. Because it's fine for short stuff. But if we don't find that equilibrium, which suits us in terms of rating, okay, can really wear you down. Okay, so hopefully this is a good exercise just to feel the take up around that front and feel what's happening through the body and that drive. Okay, that's what we're using this for today as this exercise. Okay, so 22, 24, here we go. Now, okay, excuse me, just be nice and elastic in the start here with the body length. Getting it up to speed. Okay, and once we're here, this is our momentum. This is our rhythm. Okay, lock this in. Nice, relaxed movements on this recovery. This is the time where we've got to breathe and feel. Okay? the recovery, analysing what happened in that stroke. Okay, getting ourselves back into a better position. Okay, whatever it might be. Okay, I'm missing the front. What do I need to think about? Okay, sit up off the back and press in. Smooth take up there. Okay. Feel like I'm a bit slow around the finish. Okay, move those hands. Brush the body, hands away. Speed in, speed out. Okay. Golden rule. Speed in, basically the speed out. And then we ride the speed of this recovery. Nice, supple knees, supple body. Okay, good. Really nice. This is good. Excellent. Okay. Focus on this rhythm. Focus this speed around the front. It's going to feel slower there on the take up because of the drag. Use that now. This exercise. Feel it. Okay. As we take it off, it's going to get a lot quicker. But we're engaged. We can move the body with our legs, the core, the hips, connected with that drive, and they start opening through the stroke. Really good. Okay, hang with me. Really nice. Okay, patience. This is good. Right, up to this one. Now, acceleration. Move quicker. Okay, feel that take up still. Patient forward. Take up and push back. Hang with me. Armpits, lats. Okay, nice. Feel the core. Okay, because we're pretty much working the core a little bit harder because holding this extra weight, we've got to make sure we're strong, controlled. Okay, nice. Hands please. Nice. Flat drive. Think of this chain. Have a look at it. Is it reasonably parallel? Okay, on that plane. Nice. Okay, both feet with me. And press. And then feel that push. Squeeze the lemons. Hang under the armpits. Okay, relax the face. Open the mouth. Hang, okay, with the body. We hang, we drive the body. Take up. Nice. Okay, last minute. Momentum. Feel the inertia. We're on the finish. Okay, feel this. Take up. Hang. Swing. Push. Nice. Good. Okay, pull the weight. Lovely. Okay. Really good. Okay, nice motion. It's really good. Continuation. Okay. Yes. You know, starts to wear you down, right? And that's the heaviness, especially with that amount of drag. Okay. So change up your drag again, back to what we had at the start. Okay. Now, think about the rhythm. Okay. Think about the rhythm to start. It's going to feel quicker. So be patient with it. 2 minutes at 20. Now, okay, because we got that less resistance, let's feel the time around the front. Be patient with this change in direction. Give ourselves time to get onto the flywheel. There. Okay. Really leave these arms out long. Push away from them. Okay. Push away from the handle. Handle's going to come back with us. Engage the body. Feel the swing through the middle. Okay. Natural, elastic compression there. Don't be in a hurry around the turn. Okay, nice. Really good. Okay, good motion. Hang, feel one smooth movement through the drive. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to be going up 4 minutes, 22 now. Nice. Moving quicker. Patience. Hey, that's it. Okay, we're just tapping this along now because that flywheel's moving. Feel a little bit easier once we get that flywheel engaged around the front. And we can hang. One push through the drive. Nice. Okay. Really good. Hang on with me. Let that base. Shake it out. Okay, here we go. Nice easy setup. Inertia around. Hands over the knees. Supple. Nice. Easy knee break. Body compressing into the front. Okay, good. Minimal effort on the recovery. Gets us into good position. There. Okay. Body. Puts the brakes on. Feet coming under. Nice. Oh, this is good. Feel the take up down the front. Roll forward. Nice. Okay, this is excellent. Really lock this in. Feel the front. Hang on with me. Really good. This is perfect. Okay, we're in a really good place. Keep locking in this feeling. Smooth around. Move it up. 24, last 2 minutes. Now, okay, acceleration. Move. Hands a bit quicker. Recovery's a bit quicker. Take up a little bit faster. Good. Long, hang, armpits, no grab. Yeah, nice. Okay. Nice easy flow. Flywheel's moving. Maintain the speed. Good. Okay, this is real good. Excellent. Last minute. Body at the front. No overreaching. Patience. On that turnaround. Really good. 12 strokes to go. One push from the front through the drive. Okay, hang with me. Here we go. All the way to the line. Lovely. Okay, real good. Beautiful. Okay, let's just keep moving. Wind it down. Excuse me. Okay. Deep breaths. Okay, got a bit carried away at the end there. Pushing some good speed. Okay, in your own time, just press that menu button a couple of times. Saves that into the memory. Okay, and we can just roll it out here for a couple of minutes. Okay, let's get that oxygen supply back around the body, nice and loose, just with the body weight. Okay, so while we're warming down, just have a think. Okay, think back. Obviously, after each set, you know, there's a chance to break and think about what we were doing, how we were doing it. Okay, and then now when you finish, you can look at the overall picture and go, you know what? What's my grade? What do I give that workout out of a grade? Hey, was it a pass? Was it a C? Actually, it felt pretty good. It was a B. I nailed it. A minus. Absolutely destroyed it. A plus. Felt really disjointed. D. Okay, but there's no such thing as failure. Okay, we don't fail here. We learn. Okay, and that's the understanding of when we do bits and pieces like this today. It's just giving you the understanding. Okay, from my point of view and my experience on different parts of the stroke, trying to give you a way of understanding the certain parts of the stroke. Okay, and like this today, that time around here. Okay, because of that heaviness, that piece just here as we take it up through the front. Okay, it's heavy there. Okay, so we've got to be engaged. We've got to roll around. Okay, and then we can send it through the middle. Okay, and it is difficult when you've got that heaviness because the whole stroke, even this, feels slow. Okay, you never quite get that acceleration that we can create when we've got the flywheel spinning. Okay, but that has to teach you how to be engaged, right? It has to put you in a position where you're like, okay, it is going to be quite solid. I'm not going to get this motion of my body like I normally do. Okay, so it's making sure that we don't actually try and give it anymore because we're feeling that weight through that drive because of that extra resistance that we're using on the machine. Okay, and so we're all going to have different feelings, opinions, marks about what we were doing around that front. But this was really just to try and work on this part here. Okay, this part here as we roll in, and then what we do as we start this motion. Okay, because it's a start of a whole stroke. But if we miss or if we do that, we just don't reach potential. Okay, And this is the whole thing, is all I'm trying to do is put you into a position of potential, or as close as you can to your potential, which is therefore making you better. Okay? Right, what have we got in the chat? What are your thoughts, Ronnie? What are your thoughts about rotating the elbows down in the recovery and holding them down until the swing is over? Someone told me to try and keep from an early arm break. What are your thoughts about rotating the elbows down in the recovery and holding them down until your swing is over? What the recovery, Ronnie, is when we're doing this off the bat, I'm a massive fan of I don't mind this, okay, as long as it hasn't been like pulled into down here. If it's just your body and it goes down like this, that's fine, okay? But on the recovery, we're trying to get back to this position here, okay? I'm a massive fan that we don't need to be rigid, and I feel like we don't need to be set on this like here on the way forward. I think it causes too many problems with composure at the front, okay? But I still believe we need to be about 90% as we're going forward. So if we're getting out, we've still got to get our arms out reasonably straight, not locked out, but straight. Knees have to be supple and straight, but not locked out. And the body needs to be coming forward so that by the time we roll into this last part here, we're set so that we can be set at the front, okay? And if we do that well enough at a low rate, because we get up to high rate, we should still be following that same process just with speed. Whereas if we're not quite, then what happens is when you really get up to rate, you'll see people in they start to do this a little bit because their hands just aren't quick enough and the body's sort of stuck back a little bit. And we can never get that motion that we're going. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question about that. Okay, turning my wrists in is tiny on the recovery just a bit. I'm struggling with the same thing. Early arm pull is a bane of my existence as well. Well, that's the thing, is I feel like once we start really getting this body moving through, we shouldn't need to think about, we shouldn't be needing to think about actually drawing, like pulling in the arms. Okay, there should be no way that we're not creating anything through here. So all we're trying to do is swing the body, and then the arms just carry through what's been accelerated with the body. And then they just can create this inertia and this momentum around the finish to get ourselves set up again. I feel like that's one thing. But yes, it's a hard one, because when we've got tension in the arms and stuff, especially around the front, we feel like it's strong, okay? But the arms are really just there as our connector, okay? And the more we can try and feel them as just this connector, similar than if we're lifting weights off the floor, that type of thing, we just have the ability to go further, to go better, because your arms are something, and I'm sure we've all been there, right? You're lifting too much stuff or you whatever, and you're just like, man, my arms are tired, I'm just really sore. And when we're on the rowing machine, when your little muscles break down too early, which are your arms, okay, like up here, shoulders, things like that, that's where you get into this T-Rex style where you're just like, nah, and you're grabbing. Whereas if we leave the small muscles out of it and we use the big muscles, when the big muscles start to burn out with, 45 seconds to go, then we can throw everything at it. We'll fucking throw everything at it. Okay, and that's the idea. But the moment your small muscles start to wear out too quickly, she game over, pal. She game over. I have elbow tendonitis. Today I used straps attached to the handle, which allowed my hands to be in a neutral grip position. Your thoughts, Arthur? I'm a bit different. I don't know. I feel like I'm different, but I still watch. When I see some people doing it, I am still very much, when I'm on the rowing machine, I don't know if you can see it, but I could quite comfortably row with my thumbs on top. Okay, my thumbs are only really just underneath a little bit like that, but I'm really focused on trying to just hang off my fingers like that. Okay, That's my thought, because I feel like we've got super good grip with our fingers. Okay, I feel like we've got super good grip, right? I feel like I don't need to be like this to feel the hang. I feel like I've got good enough tension that my knuckles have gone right across. They're pretty parallel. I've got that grip in my fingers, and I've got good hang. Okay. Yes, when I start getting up into a bit more pressure, I can probably just rotate them around just a little bit more to get that feeling. But I never really feel like I'm super gripped. Okay. And I think that's something that everybody should look to have a feeling of, because when you grab, when we grip too tightly, I feel like we grab. Okay. When we're hung, we've got a little bit of looseness out here. I feel like the only thing we can do is hang, which is like hanging like this. Okay. And that's one of the main things when people are grabbing the front. I feel like we're just holding the hand a little bit too hard, a little bit too tight. Okay. And so I think it could be something that you can look at, which may help. Okay. Sometimes I tend to get lazy with the legs and I end up trying to muscle it with the upper body. What type of workout can I do to engage my legs more and less my arms? I think it's Rich. The thing is, like squats, cleans, they're very, very good in terms of the motion that we're trying to get in terms of the biomechanics. Obviously, biking, I feel like, is really good because you're obviously using your legs. It's a great fitness tool. But especially on here, it's really trying to think about the pendulum, that metronome, okay, of how we're driving the body through, okay. And yeah, it just takes time, okay, because probably the only other exercise you can really do is like, we're very limited, I guess, on the rowing machine with things, but I guess if you can start to do some stuff which is a little bit more, like, I call it straight arm rowing, but you're only really pushing for about the first 3/4 of the stroke. And so you're just trying to be like this. Your legs don't have to go down flat, because what we're trying to do is get this position to here, because through about here, we're already starting to use the body. Okay. But if we can get this motion here, we can get engaged there. Okay. And then we can bring the body in naturally. We're not using the arms. We're hanging. Okay. And then we can bring it all together. I feel like that's a good exercise. One thing I think, Rich, is you can do a workout, okay? Say you're doing half an hour, every 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you want to do that for like 10 strokes. Feel, just break it down. All of a sudden, all you're doing is that front part with the legs. You're doing 7, 8, 10 of those. Then you bring in the body for the next bit, and then you finish it off, and then you go back to rowing for that 3-minute period or whatever it is. Then you do it again, and then you go back to rowing, and then again, and then go back to rowing. Because it's easy to do exercises, but it's trying to do an exercise and then complete it in terms of the whole picture. And so the easiest way is to do a good row, like a 30-minute or something like that, and every however long do that. No different than if you'll see people like, out on the water, they'll be rowing along, and then every 10 strokes, they'll pause at the finish, and then they'll might break the stroke down or something like that, and then they go back to rowing, and then they bring it back. So it's really just breaking it down, but then going back and doing the whole stroke again, okay? But that there should try and teach you about that push first and foremost. As I say, you don't need to go all the way down, and then the push with the body, pushing that body back, okay? And think about it in terms of that, okay? Think about we're pushing the body back. We're not trying to, even though you'll hear me say swing the body, it's got to be created by something, okay? We can't just, if we're just trying to swing the body, I don't even know how we do it. We'd end up just doing this, okay? and as we're going, we'll be like, it's quite disjointed. But if we've got ourselves in this position here, right, the only thing that we can do is just go back to here, okay? And that's why you'll hear me say sit back, because we're basically sitting back to this position. And that's why if we start thinking about it like that, start thinking about this smooth movement, this one motion, okay? So I can just feel like it's one motion. Okay, I've got no weight behind the handle, I'm just moving, but it's just one motion, okay? The moment we, and turn on the force curve, okay? And if you see it and then there's an extra piece on the force curve because it does another hop, it means we're just slightly disjointed with the stroke, and it's not really, it's not beneficial, okay? Because the only, as I say, biomechanically, it's when everything's working together in that sequence and that overlaps, you know, the leg power and then the body comes in and then we hold it on, okay? But otherwise it will do this up the curve, and it's just not really benefiting anyone. Early unbreak is a challenge for me too. Overall, I give myself C+, but B grade at the catch. Thanks for the workout. Awesome, Alan. Supine and pronated chins aggravate the elbows. Again, if concept two is listening, they need to innovate. Yeah, that's the thing, is that there are, you know, people get one of the most common, there's a couple of common injuries, obviously backs, stress fractures in the ribs. We probably don't get too many of those on the row machine, but yes, a lot of the tendonitis stuff. And to be fair, with Arthur, with your tendonitis, if it's in your elbow, I've never had tendonitis. It must be like a tennis elbow thing. Just try and figure like what way is it aggravating? Because if it's aggravating being flat, okay, is there a way that you can really just get the stroke done and then just be like the elbow could go down a little bit? Because that's okay, because we're still focused on this part here with the body, and then this is just coming through anyway. Okay, so just see what you can do in terms of that to, I guess, alleviate any pain or whatever you got. And even to a point where you can just be like, I don't know if it hurts you while you're actually driving. Don't know. But that there, and you could just even think about finishing out here in front. You don't have to think about coming right through to here. Okay, finishing out here in front is probably going to get you a pretty similar speed, which means that you're focusing more on that front anyway. Okay. Aggravates when palms face down. Oh, okay. Yeah. Talk to a physio, see what they can do. Yeah, straps. If it's something to do with your fingers and the grip, there are different ways, yes, but you'll probably have to get creative. Get a cortisone. I'm not sure. Okay, but go see your physio. Beautiful. Mike was out for 3 more weeks, torn bicep. Sorry, pal. That's bugger. Thank you for the explanation, Rich. Yep, perfect. Okay, right. I think that's us. Beautiful. Okay. So we're back here next week. Next week will be the last one for a couple of weeks because I'm going to the World Indoor Rowing Champs. No, I'm not competing. Okay. I'm there on official World Rowing Commission business and support. Okay. Not racing. People have asked me. I'm not racing. I'm just there for the gravy train. No, support train. What would you call it? But we're going to be there. Okay. So next week we'll do a session, and then I'm on a plane heading from New Zealand that way, literally that way, to Czech Republic. So it'll be a bit of fun. Okay. But keep up the good work. Keep working on things. Keep working that front end. Okay. I can't stress it enough. This patience, this turn around the front, just it's going to be a process that goes on forever. Okay. Trust me. I'm still working on myself. But it's just the smoothness that we can create, the pickup that we can create, the engagement in our legs, and then the engagement in the legs and the body through the middle, which is going to create our potential. Okay. It's going to create a consistent speed, which means that we can tap that flywheel along for as long as we need it to for our specific piece or workout or whatever it is. Okay, that is the goal. Keep it moving, keep it free, keep ourselves relaxed as much as possible. Okay, tension is our enemy. We've got to be in a certain frame of tension, stability tension, okay? But we don't want muscle tension because I'm trying to work it too hard, okay? We've got to be in that easy place where we're uncomfortable, okay? But we've got to try and be comfortable in that uncomfortable position, okay? Perfect. Okay, great workout, team. I'm going to go do some work, watch some golf, and then we've got the Super Bowl on, eh? What a great Monday here, Sunday for you guys. Perfect. Okay. All the best, everyone. Keep it up. Thanks for me and the Sensei team. And we'll see you guys here next week, and we'll rip it apart next week. Perfect. Okay. Peace out, team. All the best. See you later.